Yeah, I think 25% of the group are British. The rest are from a range of other countries. I think we've got 12 different languages spoken in the lab. A lot of people from the Middle East. In the past year or so, we've had people from Iraq. We've got two people from Algeria at the moment, a couple of people from China, a couple of people from Italy at the moment, another two Italians coming. Then we have someone from Portugal, and a couple of people, say, from the UK, yeah, I think that makes the list. Well, I think one of the main reasons is people want to come to Nottingham to do pharmaceutical sciences PhDs. So the Nottingham name, and I'd like to pretend it's me, but the reality is it isn't. Nottingham's been a very strong department for a long time, so that's why we have real interest from across the world. They bring a whole range of different skills, and they have a range of different backgrounds. Obviously, having different cultures in the lab really helps, but I guess there's this element that people who really want to travel, they really want to do something, they're motivated, they're committed, and it's just great working with them because they have a real enthusiasm to be here. They really want to be here, so they just work really hard and work really well. In terms of the group dynamic, you have a different set of interactions with people. So perhaps the sense of humour varies, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. But I think it just provides a level of difference and provides a real sort of variety in the lab. And I think that you're in the lab for long hours, and people will probably tell you exactly how long they are in the lab. And so you need to have that sort of humour. You need to have variety in there just to keep you going sometimes.
Does it ever provide problems having people from all these different cultures and languages?
I think it does. I mean, of course, I tend to see less of it, and traditionally, of course, you walk in as the boss, everyone pretends everything's fine, and I'm sure it isn't a lot of the time. But most of the time in my group, actually, it does seem to be. I'm tremendously lucky. They're a great bunch, and I really enjoy working with them. They seem to enjoy working here as well, so that's fantastic. Well, I think a lot of people have this view of science as the Paul McCartney line, late nights all alone in a test tube, and it's not like that at all. You have to be a team player. I think I've said this in YouTube things before. You need to be a team player, and part of the excitement of science is working with a team, a big team of people from lots of different nations. That adds to the excitement and the variety, and I think really this idea of science being a lone game is very wrong. You try and look for person criteria just as you would in any large organisation, so the usual HR specs and so on. But yes, I do look for people to have a particular passion for the subject, particular discipline, but they've also got to have some element of spark about them that you feel they're going to get on as part of this team. So their skill portfolio, of course, comes first. And if that's not right, you're not going to pick them. But then the deciding element might be how are they going to get along with the people I've already got, or the team that you're assembling. And of course, that's quite a difficult process, and there's a huge element of luck. And I think I have been particularly lucky with my team in the last 3 or 4 years.
Should any British people who happen to watch our videos and want to become scientists think that their opportunities are reduced because they're competing with people from all around the world for these few coveted spots in these prestigious labs?
That's always a difficult one. I think competition is global in everything. Science was probably one of the first globalised things, and that's just the way it is. Of course, UK people have a huge advantage that being native English speakers, they can go pretty well anywhere in the world, and the lab language is English in most of the labs we collaborate with around the world, so they have that huge advantage. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's the deal. Whatever you do, if you really want it enough, then competition is global, so that's that. I mean, you want to do it then, and you're good enough, then of course you can do it. I guess I've learned certain bits of culture. I'm trying to learn little bits of Italian and Spanish. I speak a little bit of French, but I need to know more. I think I should try and learn some Chinese, increasing number of Chinese collaborators and Chinese students in the group. I mean, I think it's been fantastic for me, but yeah, I could certainly do with a lot more language learning.